Chapter 19, The Reformation. Europe in the 1500s. English Channel, England, Scotland, Ireland, Holy Roman Empire, France, Spain, Portugal, Switzerland, Italian stage. The Reformation is the reform or change that established Protestantism as a branch of Christianity. Humanists like Erasmus believed that the Roman Catholic Church needed to reform its ways and focus more on inner piety and less on external displays of religion like pilgrims and relics. Protestant, a Christian who does not adhere to the Catholic, Anglican, or Eastern Church, also one who protests. Relic, one object from the past usually associated with a saint or martyr. Corruption in the church. In the early 1500s, the church had a big problem with corruption. From 1450 to 1520, a series of popes called the Renaissance Pope were more interested in politics than religion. The church became a place where some people tried to advance their career and increase their wealth, and where some priests were illiterate and unfamiliar with the Bible. Ordinary folks were just trying to figure out how to get into heaven. The church began to sell them indulgences, which you could buy to get out of punishment for sin. Indulgence, pardons, sometimes sold along with relics to sinners who were expected to venerate, show respect to the relic. Martin Luther. In 1517, a monk named Martin Luther took his criticism to the church in his 95 theses, a list of grievous complaints against the church. He posted his list on a church door, and it was printed and spread all over Germany. He appealed both nobles who resented the Pope's power and peasants who believed in Luther's message of equality. Luther held that it was faith alone, not doing a lot of good works, that brought about salvation, which especially criticized the selling of indulgence. Salvation, the act of being saved or protected from sin. Pope Leo X didn't take Luther seriously, but Luther kept on. Luther wanted to establish a reformed German church with a new system of sacrament, a religious symbol or ceremony in the Christian church. A Catholic Church finally excommunicated Luther in 1521. The Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, Charles V, declared Luther an outlaw in his Edict of Works, as in the place, not the animal. Edict of Worm, forcing Luther into hiding. Luther gained the support of many German rulers who took control of the Catholic Church in their territory and formed a government to supervise the state churches. Luther's belief became the first Protestant faith, Lutheranism. In 1555, under the Peace of Augsburg, Lutherans won the right to practice their religion. German states were free to choose between Catholicism and Lutheranism, and the Roman Catholic Church was no longer such a powerful political body. Calvinism. There were divisions within Protestantism. John Calvin, 1509 to 1564, a French Protestant, agreed with Luther that faith alone was enough for salvation. He talked about the power, grace, and glory of God. He believed God, president, the certain people to be saved, the elect, predestined, the predetermined or choose in advance, and other to be damned, the reprobate, wicked, or unprincipled person beyond the hope of salvation. Followers of Calvin were called Calvinists, and they spread their faith to others as missionaries, emphasizing salvation through grace and good works. Calvinism was based in Geneva, Switzerland, where Calvin set up a consistory. Geneva citizens could be punished for crime like dancing, swearing, drinking, and playing cards. Calvinism spread to parts of France, Scotland, and the Netherlands. By the mid-16th century, it had become the most prominent form of Protestantism. Change in the English Church. The call for the religious reform spread to other parts of Europe. In 1534, King Henry VIII had Parliament formally separate the Catholic Church in England from the Pope in Rome, so many believe it was because he wanted more personal control and mainly the right to divorce his wives. Henry VIII wanted to divorce his wife, Catherine, because she had given birth to a girl, and Henry needed a male heir for the throne. He asked the people annual cancel his marriage so he could marry Anne Boleyn. Instead, the people were taking too long, so Henry VIII turned to the English Church court instead. In 1533, the Archbishop on the highest church court in England, Thomas Cranmer, ruled that the king's marriage to Catherine was null and void. Henry married Anne, but she had a baby girl too. Henry tried again and ended up having 6 wives. Still, his daughter, Anne, went to become Queen Elizabeth I. The Act of Supremacy in 1534 made the king a supreme head of the Church of England, which was also called the Anglican Church. Henry VIII chose whom to appoint to important church positions. People who opposed this change were often beheaded. After Henry VIII's death, the church in England became more and more Protestant, especially during Edward VI's reign. Edward was Henry's 9-year-old son, so he didn't have much of a say in the matter. His half-sister, Queen Mary, was also Blood Mary when she tried to restore the church to its Roman Catholic roots by having 300 Protestants burned at the stake. Queen Mary's reign lasted from 1553 to 1558, and she was pretty much despised by the end of it. After Mary's death, Queen Elizabeth I restored Protestantism to England. The Catholic Church needed to change or it would continue to split apart. The Contestable Reformation, was known as the Catholic Reformation, brought about 3 changes, 3 pillars in the Catholic Church. The formation of Jesuit by the Spanish theologian named Ignatius Loyola. Jesuits took a vow of obedience to the Pope and acted as missionaries. The reform of the papacy, the establishment of the Council of Trent, a group of bishops, theologians, and other religious preachers, the workout any kinks in Catholic teachings. Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth became supreme governor of both church and state under the new act of supremacy. Her goal in the founding policy was to keep balance of power between France and Spain. In one country got too powerful, she'd support the weaker one to even things out. The Spanish Armada. Catholicism was strong in Spain under King Philip II. From his father, Charles V, former Holy Roman Emperor, King of Spain and Archduke of Austria. Philip inherited kingdom in Italy, the Netherlands, and what Europe's called the New World, the Americans. He insisted that his entire empire conformed to Catholicism. England was under the reign of Elizabeth I. In 1588, Philip II sent his impressive Spanish Armada to overthrow Protestantism there, as well as the Queen. Spain's navy was worn down from a century of voyages over the Atlantic Ocean to protect their colony, Armada, a fleet of warships. In the New World, the English ships were fast and destroyed the Spanish fleet. The failed invasion left Spain bankrupt. The balance of power shifted out of Spain's favor and into the hands of England and France. The Reformation in France. By the early 1560s, Huguenots, French Protestant, made up only a small part of the total French population, but nearly half of the French nobility. The tension between Catholics and Huguenots resulted in the War of the Religion, a series of civil war, 1562 to 1598. In 1589, a Huguenot leader named Henry of Navarre became King Henry IV and later helped end the war. He converted to Catholicism so he'd be accepted by the mostly Catholic French. In 1598, he created the Edict of Nantes, which declared Catholicism to be France's official religion, but allowed Huguenots to worship freely and hold public office. Religion in Europe. Roman Catholic, Lutheran, Calvinist, Christian mix, Anglican, Islam, Anabaptist, a radical Protestant movement. Eastern Orthodox. Religion in Europe.